It's 1 minute till showtime.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. And now, on with the show.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. My name's Jim. This is More Sunshine, Please, the Tuesday night live stream. How are you? Coming up on the show, something to eat, something to drink. We're going to play a game. I've got a top 15 list. But before we do any of that, I want to celebrate the first 3 people that made their way into the chat for this live stream. And let's be honest, it's probably not the first 3, but it's the most recent first 3 before YouTube messed with things. So let's just see who it's we have going here. And let's hand out some medals. Here we go. Up to the top. Get up there. Look who's first. T-Town Mary Ellen. Yes. Gold. Michelle the Quilter. Yes. Silver. Arjons. Maybe. Yes. The bronze. How fun. What a leaderboard. What a medal stand. Very cool. When was that? I scheduled this a day earlier than normal. Usually I do it on a Monday. Yeah, you know, the day before I go live. But I did this one on Sunday. So, okay, let's take a look at Mary Ellen. 9:08 p.m., and I'm guessing that was last night. And Michelle was 10:13 p.m., followed closely by Arjons at 10:24 p.m. And then others tried. And then, let's see, 9:45 p.m. we had Rob Fuzz. And others. But let's get to the chat as it is right now. And I don't know when that is, so give me a second. Okay, I think, yes. All right, so let's start at about an hour ago, perhaps. Or let's start at 6:15. There it is. Jamie, 6:15. Hello. Paul Eichenlaub. Hello to you. Mary Ellen's back. I want to thank all the people that got me where I am today. This gold is also meant for you. That is magnanimous. I've never heard such stuff in our chat before. Awesome. Michelle's back. Welcome back. And congrats. Francisco, that's fun to say. Hello to you. That was right before showtime. And, oh, there's Ben stuck in traffic. I am so sorry. I don't like that for you. I'm so sorry. I'm so thankful and grateful that my commute to work is less than 15 minutes. Yeah, years ago it was 45. I get it. And I did not. I mean, I listened to music, a lot of music at that time. Now it would be podcasts or audiobooks or, something like that. It's Joey's World. Now, here we are, 7-0. Okay, now we're on that. Welcome in. Hello, Laura. Thanks for being here. And there's Gloria. Hi, Gloria. And Laura's there again. I clicked on that already. But happy to see you here. Thank you so much. And Paul and Jason. Hello, Jason. Hope your Tuesday's treating you well. Movie Mania Nick, hello to you. Francisco, Mary Ellen. Yes, here we go. Am I caught up already? All right. And PTV with a different channel. Just got home. I am sorry to have missed PTV Live last night. Life happens. I'll have to rely on the replay. But I'm here. I'm here now. Timothy Rainwaters, hello to you. Welcome in. Scrolling. I think I'm caught up. All right. Well, what's going on in my life, or just life? And maybe you saw my thumbnail, and occasionally something will every day in the calendar there's a national whatever or World Day of whatever it is, and quite often I ignore that. But today is National Photography Day. Am I a photographer? No, I am not. But I like photography. You know what that means? Me either. I just say things and hope you just let it slide without having to explain myself. National Photography Day. August 19th every year, I suppose. What I mean by what I like photography is I appreciate a great photograph. I can appreciate the artistry. Photographic journalists, if they're lucky enough to get that magic snapshot of something historical, it could, set them up for life, Pulitzer Prize, all that. It's there are different facets to photography. And yes, my top 15 list will be about photography. And we're going to play a game involving photography. We always play that. But that's part of the reason why I thought we'd celebrate National Photography Day. Because we kind of celebrate it every Tuesday. It's National Photography Tuesday. It might be World Photography in the rest of the world. I don't really know. Let's move on. Okay. Let's talk Tigers briefly. Detroit Tigers. There it is back there. Here are the standings for the entirety of Major League Baseball. And last week I didn't show this. I showed the Detroit Tigers. I showed the American League Central standings because the Tigers had fallen a little bit, and they weren't at the top of Major League Baseball. They're still not, but they have improved. They found their base hits again. 7-3 in their last 10 games. They now again half a game ahead of the Toronto Blue Jays for the best record in the American League. American League. I really sounded like I was from Michigan there. Let me start over. The Milwaukee Brewers are a team on fire, and they are leaving everybody in the dust. They are playing their best baseball right now. And perhaps they want to wait till late September, October-ish to play their best baseball. But we'll see. Milwaukee quite often plays great baseball during the year, and well, they never seem to, have the most successful of postseasons. But they're fun to watch. The Tigers are hosting the Houston Astros, and they beat them last night 10-0. And if I look at my phone right now, they are in a weather delay, so nothing's going on. It was supposed to be a 6:40 start. Didn't happen, so I assume it's raining in Detroit, and hopefully they'll be able to get that game in tonight. Let's not talk about the Cubs, 7 games out. Yeah, they've fallen a bit, and the Tigers had just fallen a bit, but they picked it back up. I think the Cubs can do that too. Like I said, or I don't know if I said it, but I was thinking it. You want to save your best baseball for a bit later, so hopefully they can. Hopefully they can pick it up. All right. You know what I haven't done in a long time on this show is eat something that wasn't a coffee candy. So I'm interested in eating something right now. I had popped into Aldi on my way home from work today, just to get bananas. Frankly, they don't have the greatest banana selection. I usually go to Publix for that. But Aldi, I love Aldi. It's such a fun place to shop. That aisle of shame, you never know what you're going to find. They always have new and different food items. And lo and behold, while I was there today, I saw one of the 3 employees that worked there during the day. I kid, I don't know how many. Not many. Aldi doesn't have a ton of employees. But they were restocking the shelves with a bunch of orange boxes. And you know what that means. If you know Aldi, you know that those orange boxes mean seasonal treats. And I got there just at the beginning. I grabbed the first thing that was put on the shelves in one of those orange boxes, and I'm going to try it now. These are sweet potato chips, which I've had. We've all had. These are maple sweet potato chips. The Clancy's brand, you know it's Aldi. So the first of the seasonal autumn Aldi items right here. Right now. Let's go. I didn't even check the ingredients. I didn't care. I mean, there might be meat in this bag, and I don't care. Actually, I do. Sweet potato chip-ish. I don't smell the maple, but oh yeah. Oh man, is that good. I couldn't smell the maple, but I could taste it. There it is. The ingredients: sweet potatoes, sunflower oil, maple sweet seasoning, which includes sugar, maple sugar, sea salt, and the one thing that Bobby Parrish doesn't love, natural flavor. Bobby Parrish runs the YouTube channel Flav City. I'll stop that. And he's a big. What's the opposite of proponent? Component? That can't be right. He doesn't like the natural flavors. It's a gimmick. It's a trick. There's nothing natural about it. So that's too bad. Otherwise, it was pretty clean. The ingredients: 1, 2, 3. 3 ingredients. I mean, the third ingredient being seasoning, which has 5 or 6 ingredients. Man, these are good. Ooh, that one had even more maple on it. Very happy about this. This is great. This is wonderful. Gluten-free, vegan, top 9 allergen-free. Aldi, I love you. Okay, what now? Oh, I need a drink, of course.
Great coffee is easy, Mrs. Olson.
Coffee's for closers only.
I set high standards for myself. I set high standards for my coffee.
Picks you up, calms you down. It's the lifeblood that drives the dreams of champions.
We're going iced coffee again. It is still 85 degrees outside. It's warm in the studio here. I have my fans going. Anyway, today, iced coffee, just like last week, I'm going with the Trader Joe's Light Roast, and it's wonderful. I don't have much else to say about coffee other than this. I had a discovery a couple of nights ago. Our son went back up to school. He spent the summer with us, and it was wonderful. Our son drinks milk, and my wife and I do not. We go with the dairy-free varieties, usually oat milk. So when I put a bit of cream in an iced coffee, it's usually the Chobani extra creamy oat milk. And I know that's not the healthiest thing in the world either, but I've grown to really enjoy it. Well, Aiden went off to school, and he left behind a complete carton, unopened, of skim milk, and then the remnants of a second one, like one that he had opened and almost finished. There was a little bit left in there. So I thought, you know what? I haven't had a real milk product in my coffee in I don't know how long. I'm going to try it. I've got all this. Nobody is going to drink this. So let me try it. So I put it in. And I have to tell you, I did not like it as much. Now, I know it's 2% or skim. I think I said skim before, but I think it's 2%. So I know it wasn't the creamiest, but I didn't like it the way I enjoyed the Chobani oat milk in my coffee. I prefer it now. Now, if I were to put half and half in here, I might have a different story. But I didn't have half and half in there. So if you're just joining us, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Just scrolling through. I think I've said hello to everybody. It drives the dreams of hashtag it drives the dreams of champions. Thank you, Ernie. All right, what's next? Coffee. Okay. Let's take our first intermission. And then when we come back, we'll play Chrono Photo. And on National Photography Day, a special edition of Chrono Photo coming up. Not really.
You've seen the show. It was quite a treat. But now you'd like something to eat. So right this way to the concession stand serving Castleberries, the best in the land. Yes, sir. Castleberries is real Southern barbecue. Choice cuts of meat slowly cooked over open pits of smoldering oak coals for honest-to-goodness barbecue flavor. You'll also find hot coffee, cold soft drinks, and delicious ice cream in our snack bar to go with your Castleberry sandwich. Just look at that generous helping of rich, juicy barbecue. Yum, yum. For a real taste thrill, Castleberries, the best in the land.
Now, I am a vegetarian. And so I don't keep up with meat products. And I thought, and I see these Castleberry. I've played a number of Castleberry drive-in intermission videos in the past. I played one today. I thought Castleberries was a brand that had long faded away ages ago. No. I recently saw a can of Castleberries chili or something like that. I was surprised to see the name Castleberries on there. I didn't know they were still around. And I didn't know I was giving them free advertising. I'm all right with it. All right, let's play Chrono Photo. I have never had Castleberries. But it was there. Actually, when I saw it, maybe I saw it a year ago because it was at Winn-Dixie. And our Winn-Dixie is now in Aldi. And it has been since about April. So it ceased being a Winn-Dixie last October, I think. Anyway, that's where I remember seeing it. Yeah. It's still there. All right, Chrono Photo. 5 pictures. We have to guess in which year each picture was taken on this National Photography Day. We can guess anywhere from the year 1900 to 2024. The closer we are to the correct answer, the more points we get. 1,000 points for a perfect answer. Here we go. All right, interesting picture. Sorry. It appears to be a float of some sort with pageant contestants or winners on it. Is this some sort of sorority thing or just a neighborhood parade? I don't know. All right, let's I need to go to the sashes to see what they say, and I do not believe I can make out the word in the middle here. It says Miss, and it looks like H-I, and then I don't know. We have the second princess, I'm guessing that's what that says. This is the first princess, so okay. Nice gloves. Is this the Rose Parade from 1962? I don't know. Oh, there's a car back there. Hang on. What can we see of it? And the ladies standing by the car, they have different hair than the ladies on the float. Okay. All right. The car appears to be a little more rounded, more of a 60s or 70s vehicle than a 50s. Carol Brady haircut. What else? We can't see the lady on the float and the front most of the float. That's the edge of the picture. What do we have here for garland? I thought those were like tiny bundles of bananas for a second. I think it's supposed to be some sort of flower, though. Are these roses everywhere? Is this I don't know. Big speaker. All right, I'm turning to the chat. I need you to put in what you think, what year this is, because I do not. I'll, of course, guess and say 1968 is my guess. I do not know. All right. I believe our first guess is from Mary Ellen, who says 1971. All right, we're close. We have a 73, a 74. Michelle's never had Castleberries either. 1980, we have a 74 and a 72. With those hairdos, gotta be 72. Yeah, 80 seems a bit late for this picture. That's my thought. But we have a 71, a 72, a 73, a couple of 74s. Hey, Mom and Dad. My dad says that's a 67 Mustang. You can tell that just by the little bit you can see. So it's at least 67 is what you're saying. All right. So I would be right with 1968? And everybody would be. I mean, who knows when that car was purchased, right? So, a number of you said 1974. Let's say this is a college campus, and these kids do have automobiles. Do they have the latest and greatest automobiles? No, they have automobiles that are a few years old, like most college kids. So 74? I'm cool with that. Let's go 1974. Put the slider there and hit the submit button. 68? I was right all along? How often does that happen? 1968. Was I the only one to say that? But I was swayed. I'm nuts. Whatever. 575 points. Let's go to picture number 2. And, a different automobile. Okay. There's a website up here. Mercedes, AMG F1.com. And Pit Crews. And we have Porsche and other automotive companies. I don't know what I'm talking about. What's on the front there? That's Mercedes. Is it not? I thought I saw Epson, a sponsor on that guy's sleeve. This, now, I'm not into auto racing of any sort, but this equipment in this pit area, and I know F1 is different than NASCAR. I know that much. But this equipment, I'm looking at the top here, this looks different than anything I've seen, more modern than I'm used to. Like, what are these things? What are these arms that are going out over the cars? Is that the hydraulics? Is that with the is that how they're doing the ratchet gun? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. The air compressor. Is that part of that? I don't know. I'm guessing this is a fairly recent photograph. Just based on that, the Mercedes AMG F1.com. I don't know. Let's say maybe I'll say right before COVID. So 2018 is my guess, and I don't really know. I do not know. I need your guesses in Chatland. I'll wait. Or I'll just say 2018. I was right the first time today. I could do that. Oh, here we go. They're rolling in now. We have a 2014, a 2020, 2015, another 2014, 2010. So I'm in the middle there. Kinda. Oh, Mary Ellen now says 2017, which is even closer to what I said. That was COVID time, yeah. You know what? I'm going to go with 2018. And I thank you for your guesses. I am so confident in myself right now. I have to do this. Survey says 2020. Mary Ellen, I am so sorry. You guessed it correctly, and then you listened to me, and then you changed your guess. I'm going to give you the sound effect for getting it right. I'm going with whatever you say for the next picture. 1,424 points. Let's go to picture 3. Here we are. This looks like a disc jockey to me. I think there are turntables in the foreground. I think there are cartridges on a turntable behind this gentleman. I don't recognize him. I will zoom in on things to get a better idea of what we're looking at. Now, the fact that he only has turntables around him to play music is, that's of a time. That's before certainly before the late 80s when everything went to CDs and started going digital from there. Let's see here. This stack of what looks like 8-track tapes have sounds on there. These are tapes. These are cartridges, I believe. And they are inserted into what looked like an 8-track tape machine of sorts. And they would play commercials and public service announcements most commonly with those cartridges. He's got some glowing red stuff on his console there. And some copy to read right in front. No computer monitors around him. It appears to be 5 minutes after 10 in the morning because the sun's out, according to the clock on the wall. What is that red stuff? That I cannot make out. He is wearing a short-sleeved, collared shirt. The booth he is in, he has glass, and there's a glass panel in front of him. It appears to be dark green in color with maybe a burgundy pillar there. We have some puke green on the left side. That's of a time. Mid-70s. I'll say mid-70s, 1975. I don't know. I'm just waiting for Mary Ellen's guess. Which is 1976. That was pretty darn close to my guess. What did I say, 75? Let's see. This one's tough. This one is difficult. But hopefully with the clues I pointed out, I didn't zoom in on the clipboard behind him, but the picture's not great. I'm looking at also, one thing I didn't look at earlier was this microphone, which is different than, say, the one I'm using right now. Also different is that metal bendy part that the microphone is hanging from, so you could better position the microphone wherever you want. It's hanging down, and you can bend that, of course. You know what that is. I haven't seen that in a long time. When would that have been used in the radio biz? I'm sticking with 75, 76-ish. Is that a stick figure dog? You know what? I thought it was a little, one of those mounts for a plate, like china. But I think you're right. I think that's a cigar cleaner, pipe cleaner doggy. That's what that kind of looks like. I think I just need to go with Mary Ellen's guess. 76. Gloria says 70. That's a bit earlier, but it could very well be that. This could be in the 60s. I have no idea. 76. If Mary Ellen changes her answer, I'll know to go with her first guess. No, I'm going with her first guess. 1976. Survey says 1969. Well, Gloria won this one. She guessed 1970. Paul said 80. This one was tough. And I would have thought that a disc jockey in 1969 would have had a little shaggier hair. I know he doesn't have a ton of hair, but even the hair he does have, but who's to say? I don't know. That was just my stinking thinking. All right. We have still less than 2,000 points. Let's go to picture 4. Okay. This looks like something we've had before. And if we didn't have it, it looks like something similar to what we've had before. Okay. They're dancing, I hope. And I'm going to start on the left. And I'm getting disco vibes. The gentleman to the very left, large collar on the shirt, tucked in, not dissimilar from a Saturday Night Fever costume. The lady behind him with the long white, and I don't know if that's a skirt or those are pant legs. Maybe they are pant legs. Who's to say? I don't know if it matters. Is this this almost looks staged. The lady in the foreground on the right, she's facing the camera, and even the guy in the middle with his back to the camera has his head like he's cheating toward the camera. Strawberry, what does that sign say? I don't know. It looks like it says strawberry something. Or does it say Castleberries? No, it couldn't. It couldn't. I don't know. They're in a bar or nightclub. What's going on with this guy back here on the right? I don't know. I think this is disco era by what the guys are wearing. When was Saturday Night Fever? 77? And disco really took off? I mean, it was a thing in New York City, of course, but it was worldwide in, say, by 1978. So perhaps I'll say 1978. Unless this is New York City, and this is early disco. I'm going to say 78. Oh, Sherry's here. Hello, Sherry. Now we'll get some answers right. Wait, Sherry says 78. That's what I said. Great minds. We have a 73, a 75, another 75, a 74, a 77, 78. I said that, and then Sherry said it. I feel like it is 1978, so I'm going to just put that there and then click this submit button. Yes, of course. I've gotten 2 right today. I don't know if anybody else is keeping score for me, but I am. We're just under 3,000 points with one more picture to go, and this one won't be quite as easy. For me, it'll be easy for Sherry. Okay, it looks like there's a sticker in the top left corner. Library service. Did we have this before? Again, this looks familiar to me. A library service truck in a remote area where children can't afford shirts. Or perhaps that's a choice, and maybe they went swimming, or it's just hot, or they just don't have shirts. So, we have the truck full of books. I see them back there. A gentleman in the doorway of the truck with a tank top and a see-through button-up short-sleeve shirt. What else does it say here? Can I make anything else out? Library service, but what's above that? Something board? Can't quite tell. I don't know. Is there a license plate? Not that I can see. There's a bicycle on the right. Gentleman with a satchel. I don't know. This one's difficult. But if I'm using my context clues and things I have seen before, pictures of people wearing similar clothes or driving similar cars or whatever, I might say that this picture was taken late 60s, early 70s. Maybe into the mid 70s. Do I guess 75 for this? I don't know. I'll just say 1975, but I am relying on the chat for this one. Okay. I think PTV says 78, and I don't know for which picture that is. Maybe the previous one. I don't know. Jamie says 72. Looks like that were popular in the 60s. Gloria says 1970. She's been doing well today. Sherry's going to guess 61. Jason says 68. We have a 66, a 64. Hello, Mr. Fulton Mraz. So our guesses go from 1961 to 72. That's a decade. Do I split the difference? Do I go Paul's with 66 or Mr. Fulton Raz with 64? Or do I just guess 61 because I know Sherry looked this up already? I don't know. Let's go 64. Mr. Fulton Raz, I'm going with your guess. And survey says 1961. Did Sherry? Yes, she did. She got that right. We finished with a score of 3,714. I never care how we do. I just have fun playing this with you guys. And I did it again. I had fun playing it today with you. Let's take a look at a coming attraction. When we come back, I've got a top 15 list all about photography. Important photographs coming up. Please stay with me.
To be on.
Today is National Photography Day, so my top 15 list had to be about photography. So here we go. The top 15 important photographs that I went through just before I put this list together an hour before the show today. Yeah. Sometimes I put more time into my top 15 lists than others. I will say I have all 15 photographs, and for the most part, they are of historical importance. So, and there's a little snippet of something to say. What? I can't not smell these and not. Okay. Here we go. Number 15 on my list of important photographs is this one. I think I showed this on the live stream before. Where's my script? Here we go. This is called View from the Window at Le Gras. This was taken in 1826 by a guy whose name I cannot pronounce. But this is considered the oldest surviving camera photograph in 1826. I'll give a shot at how to say his name. Nicephore Niepce. Nicephore Niepce. I have no idea if that's right. I'm guessing it's not. He took this, I know a little bit about this. He took this picture from the window of his apartment, and what you're looking at is the roof of a neighboring building and other buildings on either side. So that slanted thing in the middle is the top of another building. So he took this from a couple of stories up. And this is the oldest surviving photograph ever that we have. Maybe others were taken, but this is the one, 1826. I think that's pretty neat. Number 14 on the list is this one. I may have shown this one before. This one is called Boulevard du Temple, or however you say what looks like the word temple in French. This was taken in 1838 by Louis Daguerre. I know how to say that name, I think. This is the earliest surviving photograph depicting people. There's a person working as a shoe shiner and an individual having his shoes shined. And I circled those people in red. So this is maybe the first picture with people in it. Actual people. Or certainly the oldest surviving one. Now, I'll explain why we can see those people here and nobody else. Now, this may have been a busier street than just two people on it. And again, this was taken from a window a couple of stories up. Old cameras, especially those in the 1830s, the shutter had to be opened for 4 or 5 minutes. So, to get a good picture of a person, they had to stand completely still because the camera shutter had to take a photograph for 4 minutes. So that's why early photographs, nobody's smiling. They don't want to hold a smile for 4 minutes, so they didn't. Now, there may have been people walking down the street here, but for 4 minutes, they're just a blur, or not even a blur. The reason the shoe shine person and the person having his shoes shined are in this photograph is because they were somewhat stationary for long enough for the camera to get their image. So the guy's just standing there with his foot up on the shoe shine box. And the other guy, I don't know how well you can see his arms. I'm sure that's the only thing moving there. That's how we came up with this oldest surviving picture of people. And this was 1838 by Louis Daguerre, who was may have invented photography. Early photography was called the daguerreotype, and it was not on photographic paper, but rather burned onto a metal sheet. And I think that's what we're looking at. All right, let's move on. A lot about that one. Okay, where are we? This is number 13 on the list, and it's actually a series of pictures. This is called The Horse in Motion from 1878 by Edward Maybridge. This is a series of cabinet cards regarded as a precursor to motion pictures. This is a horse at a gallop. And what Maybridge did was he set up a series of cameras, I think 12 or so, maybe more. And as the horse trotted by, his cameras took a picture of the horse in various states of gallop or in motion, certainly. So what you're looking at are all of those, I guess there are 12, the 12 pictures, and put together, when you look at each picture, one right after the other quickly, it becomes a moving image, the first movie, if you will. I don't know so much about that 12th picture, the one on the bottom right, but the others, you could run that in a loop and it would look like a horse. And certainly there, you can go on YouTube right now and look up Maybridge horse in motion, and you can see this. All right, let's move on. Number 12. Yeah, the first X-ray. That's what this is. This is called The Hand of Mrs. Wilhelm Röntgen from 1895. This was taken by Wilhelm Conrad Röntgen. I think that's how you say it. He invented the X-ray, and this is his wife's hand. And you can see her wedding ring. This is her left hand, and you can see the wedding ring on her left hand. First X-ray. Kind of cool. Number 11. This is kind of cool. This is called The Portrait of Emil Rakovita. This was taken in 1899 by Louis Bouton, I'm guessing, who was a marine biologist or marine something or other. Probably not a biologist. This is the first underwater portrait, and the first taken by a camera designed for underwater photography. And Emil, the person in this image, where am I going? There it is. Okay. The person in this picture is holding a card. And it's difficult to see, but he's holding it upside down. In French, it says underwater photography. It says whatever the French words are for that. So that's what that is. All right. Number 10. I don't know how important this is, but it's certainly one of the most famous photographs ever taken. You've seen this before. I think they sell it at Cracker Barrel. This is called Lunch Atop a Skyscraper. This was taken in 1932. The photographer cannot be attributed with certainty, says Wikipedia. This was a staged photograph arranged as a publicity stunt, part of a campaign promoting the skyscraper that was being built. And forgive me, I do not remember the skyscraper that was being built at this time. So, you've seen this. Everybody has seen this. Number 9, another very famous photograph. And yes, these are in chronological order. So we had the earliest pictures, and we're moving on. We are now, we've been in the 1930s. This one's called Migrant Mother from 1936. This was taken by photographer Dorothea Lange. This photograph depicts Florence Owens Thompson, a destitute mother during the Great Depression. Today, Migrant Mother, this picture, is considered to be a part of the classic canon of American art and international photography. A print of this is housed at the Museum of Modern Art in New York City. This was taken to, I believe, this was funded through a grant from, I don't know, I'll just say generally the government, I don't know, to depict the effects of the Great Depression and to catalog it. And they did. All right. Another newsworthy photograph that got lots of attention and became an album cover for Led Zeppelin is this one. Yeah, that's the Hindenburg, of course. This is was taken in 1937. Why do I have 3 pictures from the 30s? Anyway, I guess like I said, I could have spent more time on this. All right, the photographer's name is Sam Shear, and this was the Hindenburg on fire in Lakehurst, New Jersey. I saw a Hindenburg. I don't know if it was a full documentary, but everybody thought this is filled with hydrogen, and that's what caught fire. And this documentary was proposing that what was really the flammable thing that caught fire on this Zeppelin was the paint, the silver paint that they used on it, and that was the that's what caused such an inferno. I don't know. I think it was a theory. All right, we're moving into the 1940s, and this is the raising of the flag on Iwo Jima in 1945. The photographer is Joe Rosenthal. There it is. You've seen this. Iconic photograph of 6 United States Marines raising the United States flag atop Mount Suribachi during the Battle of Iwo Jima in the final stages of the Pacific War. It won the 1945 Pulitzer Prize, or Pulitzer Prize, for photography, and has come to be regarded in the United States as one of the most recognizable images of World War II, of course. And I believe there are 6 men in this picture, and this battle wasn't over, I think. And I think 3 of those guys ended up dying in that battle. I think I'm right about that. Maybe not. I'm not a historian. Perhaps you could tell. Moving on. A picture that's been in more dorm rooms than maybe any other. This one of Albert Einstein. This was taken in 1951 by Arthur Sass. It says, Albert Einstein sticks his tongue out for photographer Albert Sass after his 72nd birthday party on March 14th, 1951. One of the most reproduced and parodied pictures of Einstein, according to reports. Einstein liked the photos so much that he requested International News copies for them for personal use as gifts. I copy and pasted that. I think I would have worded that a little smoother. But you get it. Einstein liked it, and he gave it out as gifts. All right, what was that? Number 6. Top 5. Here we go. It's this one, also from the 50s. This is the first digital photograph, taken in 1957. Well, not taken, scanned, really. In 1957 by Russell Kirsch. One of the first scanned images produced by NIST in 1957. The image shows Walden Kirsch, son of the leader of the team that developed the image scanner. This is a composite of 2 binary scans to produce approximate gray levels. So you can see the lines, the scan lines there. So that was his infant son. That was Russell Kirsch's infant son, Walden, in the first digital photograph, which was in 1957. Top 4. Here we go. Number 4, maybe the worst photograph on the list, is this one. What's important about this one? This is the first satellite image. Explorer 6 was the satellite in 1959. This is the first photo of Earth from a satellite in orbit. This is the first crude picture obtained from Explorer 6 Earth satellite, launched August 7th, 1959. It shows a sun-lighted area of the central Pacific Ocean and its cloud cover. I couldn't make that out, but I guess that's what this is. The picture was made when the satellite was about 17,000 miles above the surface of the Earth. So there you go. Let's move on to a better picture. Number 3 is this one. Buzz Aldrin on the Moon, taken in 1969 by Neil Armstrong. This is Buzz Aldrin in the Sea of Tranquility on the moon during Apollo 11, the first crewed moon landing. Again, this was on the list of Wikipedia important picture, so I got it. So was this one number 2? It's another baby, infant baby, little dude. Number 2, this is the first cell phone picture, taken in 1997 by Philippe Kahn. Kahn is credited with creating the first camera phone. A Frenchman who I think started 4 different tech companies. Oh, the subject of this photograph is Sophie, not a dude at all, but a sweet little girl. Philippe Kahn's daughter. So he took a picture of his daughter with his phone in 1997, the first camera phone and first cell phone. Well, I don't know if he used the first camera phone to take the picture. Why wouldn't he? This is the first cell phone picture. All right, finally, number 1 is this one. This is the first Instagram photo. Frankly, it's one of the first. I don't know if this is the first one. This was in 2010 by Kevin Systrom, co-founder of Instagram. Now, the BBC, Time, and Life magazine claimed this photograph to be the first shared on Instagram. However, the Economic Times and The Guardian, and eventually Time, who first said it was this picture. Anyway, Economic Times, The Guardian, and Time now claim the first photograph posted to the social media, to this Instagram, was a picture of San Francisco's South Beach Harbor, taken by Mike Krieger, also a co-founder of Instagram. So who knows? I didn't get the South Beach Harbor picture, but I've got this one, this puppy dog. The first Instagram photo from 2010. There you go. All right. Back to me. It is, what is it? National Photography Day. Happy National Photography Day to everybody. Thank you for watching my show. It's 8:02. I wonder if the Tigers started. I have the perfect snack to watch during the game. Hopefully they started. Oh, they did start. It's the bottom of the third. No score. Detroit versus Houston. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I'll be back next week. Next week will be my 249th top 15 list, if I make one in time. I will see you around the YouTube chats. I hope to see you next week. Good night, everybody.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.